Hello. This episode bothers me. I don't know why. I think this episode bothers me exactly for the reason the previous episode bothered me. It's because this episode takes quite a bit of time. The previous episode took quite a bit of time as well. It is quite literally just that. It is not a bad story, and at this point I'm definitely doing this intentionally. The story of Before the Flood is not bad. The story Before the Flood is actually quite clever, I'll have to say. The story of Before the Flood, which follows on Under the Lake, which was the previous episode of Series 9 of Doctor Who, of the relaunch in 2005. But it's a very systematic building up kind of story. Whereas the Magician's Apprentice and the Witch's Familiar, they give you the little zaps and the pows and energy, and it's like, oh my god, what's going on here? Under the Lake, like I said previous time, I didn't hate the story, it just took a very long time to get where it wanted to go. Once it got where it was, it stopped at an absolute breakneck speed, like the end of Man of Steel. Play on words. If you don't know Man of Steel, you don't get that. Right, so part of why I'm talking a bit softer than usual, part of it is because it's now about 3 a.m. instead of being the regular time I do this about 10 a.m. But it fits the story as well. Oddly enough, it's like I'm putting pieces together, like piece. Before the Flood, Under the Lake, together, they don't form a bad story. They just form a very built story, methodically, piece by piece, set by set. The Doctor arrives in the past. The Doctor tries to change the future. The Doctor can't change the future. The Doctor meets up with the bad guy. Nothing really happens. Again, Under the Lake had the same problem. Nothing really happens. The Doctor is clever. The villain is menacing at the very least. But nothing really happens. People die. Surely people die. But we already knew people were dying. And this is spoilers, by the way. This is literally quite... I've managed to talk like several minutes now without actually delving into spoilers. But this is a spoiler warning. The Fisher King doesn't do anything aside from shoot the one person and then shoot the second person. And it's like, you got your big bad, and your big bad is like 7 foot tall or 8 foot tall. Peter Capaldi's 183, I believe. So Peter Capaldi's about a smidge shorter than I am. So you got this guy who's towering over him. He's like, I am the Fisher King. But then what does he do? He shot someone, and then he shot another person beforehand, and that's just about it. And then we get the Doctor being really clever, and as soon as I clocked on what was going on, I go to my brother, because I sometimes watch these together alongside with my younger brother, and my younger brother's brilliant, he's fantastic, you should follow him on Twitter. I'm not sure if I got his Twitter here, somewhere. But, you know, as soon as I got it, I'm like, oh my god, what if it's him? And I had it, right? And I'm not saying I am the third coming of Jesus, even though I am the second coming of Jesus. Just because I'm the second coming of Jesus doesn't mean I am the third coming of Jesus. I'm just saying I saw the twist coming. It's not a bad twist. It's a good twist. Everything is a twist. I don't want to say twists are bad, but you know, there's definite twists. The opening talking about Beethoven was lovely. I think it's wasted on hardcore sci-fi fans, on hardcore Doctor Who fans as well. But my younger brother, again, he said, he's like, Doctor Who's like a family show. Nan is watching, Granddad is watching, the kids are watching, the grandkids are watching. You have to put everything on display for them as well. So anybody who's complaining that Doctor Who's trying to lose its entrance level audience, well, you can go verbs, some nouns. Verbs, some nouns. That's it. Before the Flood, definitely enjoyable alongside Under the Lake. It's definitely like a good ghost story with where's the ghosts come from and what's this creature. But in the end, I think it misses that pow. You know, in the end, not a bad story. It misses like the moment where it just lamps you. And I'm sitting somewhere else in the house again entirely. Different from last time.